Hello, welcome to another edition of Inspired Minds. I'm your host, Darrick Simpson, and very happy to have you join me today on this show because on previous shows we've shared with you various talent from around the Long Beach area. We've had sculptors, we've had teens, we've had business owners, just all sorts of great people and great talent that we thought would be important for you to meet as we explore inspired minds throughout the Long Beach area. Well, on tonight's show, I thought I would make it a little bit more personal to me in that there's an agency that I'm the executive director of when I'm not here with you on Inspired Minds, and that agency is the Long Beach Community Action Partnership. And I thought what I would do was to give you some insight as to what the agency is and what it is that we do and why it is that no matter where you live in Long Beach, the Long Beach Community Action Partnership is important for you to know about. As you can see, it's entitled America's Poverty Fighting Network. When you see that red heart with the arms wrapped around it, a logo that nationally should be as visible and prominent as a red cross or golden arches, it's something here in Long Beach that's important because indeed we are an agency that's designated by the state of California to be the premier poverty fighting agency for our community. Now, when you talk about when we were established and what it is that we do, the Long Beach Community Action Partnership was established in 1979. So as our board of directors and I talk about things to come, one of the important matters that we discuss frequently in recent meetings is our 30th anniversary. 30 years, ladies and gentlemen, of serving this particular community. Now, mind you, I've only been there for 2 years as the executive director, but when we talk about serving the community, one question that comes to mind might be, well, in what way do we do so? And then basically that's in serving low-income clientele, specifically those who are facing economic barriers relevant to living in poverty itself. And that's an important matter because, as you'll see as this show progresses, poverty is a very, very serious issue in Long Beach. And because people live in poverty, it then triggers all sorts of other desperate measures in their lives sometimes, such as diabetes and other things that we'll talk about. But to our mission, to empower individuals and foster their personal development through education, training, and cultural awareness. And the question might be, well, what sorts of education, what sorts of training, how is it that we achieve what we say that we're going to achieve? Well, first, you have to think about the fact that as a nonprofit, we're a part of a national network. In fact, that national network is called America's Poverty Fighting Network. In addition to that, then we have a state organization called CalNEVA, because in the state of California, there are approximately 40 community action agencies around the state. Now in Long Beach, we're relatively small in comparison to others, but all of which are making a great impact no matter what their budget might be. The key factor on this particular bullet that I would like to leave with you is that we are designated to be the premier poverty fighting agency in the city of Long Beach. Now when you talk about then what does that mean, premier poverty fighting agency? If you haven't heard about us, I'm here to tell you that this show is one of the first steps that I'd like to see in helping you understand why that's important for you to know and who we are and what we do to be worthy of such an important title. There are indeed 1,100 community action agencies around the United States, and some people won't know community action agencies, but they surely have heard of Head Start and Job Corps and other agencies such as that are making such a great impact around the United States. But the 1964 Economic Opportunity Act was actually the beginning of America's war on poverty, and that's where the roots of those agencies that I just mentioned, Head Start and Job Corps and community action agencies, began. So you can see that even though we've only been an agency since '79, the whole war on poverty, so to speak, under President Johnson began many, many years ago. So with that said then, a question that would come to most minds is then, in what areas do these 1,100 agencies serve in the community in terms of helping people to achieve self-sufficiency? And I think that that key area that many don't know about. In our community, for instance, let's focus on Long Beach Community Action. Well, we have an after-school tutorial program. We have served 100 children at 4 different schools in conjunction with the Winners Reaching Amazing Potential, or WRAP program of Long Beach Unified School District. We have our own after-school program. This slide on the screen right now isn't as visible to you as I would like for it to be, but let me just take you from the top to the bottom. At the top there, the top bar says 94% of the 1,100 agencies around the United States are involved in community coordination. Things such as making sure that key partners are at the table to address prevalent issues of poverty. That next one is 91%, and it talks about emergency services such as food pantries, emergency preparedness, homeless shelters. Well, in our community, there are many agencies that are already doing that. So as a community action agency, we don't necessarily have to put as much attention there as others might be doing.